and then the PlayStation 5 said you weren't live. We are live on the YouTube channel. Welcome everyone to the Hennessy Performance League booth. We already kind of talked about it. Me and Shake and Bake, he's in the race in the 34, on board with him now. Just kind of how aggressive the racing is going to be. Final race, so already 3 wide, lap 1. Marner, Freedom, Ghost, Championship 4 driver, going to be talking about them all night. The 22, the 6, they're about to be 4 wide, and it's lap 2. The 22, the 6, you can see them too. You can see the 5, and you can see the 2. All the Championship 4 on the bottom lane. Yeah, well, if you guys all wreck, then you can only blame yourselves. Obviously, with Shake in the same party.
Yeah, this is hectic up here so far.
Yeah, I was gonna give you like some time when things maybe calm down to get a little report. Oh, well, you got Freedom, I think. I don't know if Ghost got 3 wide of him. It looks like he did. So the pressure in this race, I've won a championship twice in this league, and the pressure's on. You might not feel it now, but every lap, once you get, especially towards stage 3, that pressure starts to mount. All 4 championship 4 drivers on the bottom. 2, 22, 5, and 6. Those will be the 4 we're focusing on tonight. If something happened in front, the wrecking Shakes are in the wall. I don't know what happened there. Was there lag?
Looked like Speed just got in the wall off of 2, and JoJo kind of came down into JoJo a little bit, and that kind of just stacked us up, and it looks like I got the worst of it, but we're still green.
Yeah, seeing some new faces at the front. Marner was up in that front for the race at the Glen. Freedom hits the wall again. Yeah, Freedom's just known for short run abilities, but Freedom was up front. Marner's up front. Speed's up front now. Las Vegas probably fan favorite for everyone's NASCAR Heat 5 choice to race at, and you're seeing why early. JoJo, Ghost took the championship 4 lead. Now JoJo takes it for now. The 3 wide, Mason, Speed, Ghost. That's an interesting trio. Jackson Altman in the 10 as well in the mix. Yeah, this is going to be a fun race, I expect. The next-gen cars drive really well on the 1.5 miles, so I expect a really competitive race all the way through. If we go back up front, JoJo, Championship 4 driver, wasn't really in the right headspace today. He's going to take the lead. Should be up to 2nd, Marner back to 3rd, and then 4th and 5th. You're going to talk about them all night long. Ghost and Heredia, 4 Championship 4 drivers. JoJo hits the wall. And then in the same breath, JoJo hits the apron. Chibi goes to the inside. Now Shake, going back on board with you. It seems like you didn't get a lot of damage there from the incident with Speed.
Yeah, I didn't get any major damage. Got a little bit of right side damage. We're yellow on that, but honestly, I feel like it's helped the car. I don't know what it did to it, but it feels really good. I fell all the way back to 14th. I'm up here battling for 8th now. So, well, the bottom line's stacking up. Oh, here comes Speed.
Yeah, 3 wide for the lead. Ghost kind of put the bumper to the back of the 5. That's what made them 3 wide. JoJo rim riding around the top lane. Going to be a lot of lead changes.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, the tires are wearing down pretty quick here, too. We're going to need to pit here in stage 1. I got 20 laps left of fuel, and we got 30 laps to go. So I think you might see a little bit of strategy, too. I think the championship 4 will be pretty smart and just take 4. There's no point in gambling. They don't need points. There's nothing in it for them in that situation.
Yeah, Chibi tried to make a move around the outside on the 2. Chibi goes down to the inside. Here comes the 8 of Mason and Riley, 2 league owners. two champions, a lot of champions up newly to the list, the Ghost in the Truck Series. And the drivers up front now have kind of been the prime of HPL. In all 7 seasons, JoJo's been here since season 1. Chibi's kind of turned on late, seasons 5, 6, and 7. You got Mason, who's won a title in season 2. Ghost just won one, but has been here since season 1. Riley, the league owner. So, some big names in Hennessy at the front of this field. And I won't be surprised if we see that 6 somewhere as well. The 6, the Fire Slayer, Freedom, they've all been here for a while.
Yeah, I got to talk to Heredia a little bit before the race, just being in the team party. I'm hoping as this race goes on, he kind of gets into his groove. He was rushing back from doing something before the race started, so it wasn't really in like the, I mean, similar to JoJo, not the right mental space for a championship race, but I think as this race goes on, he'll lock in as, oh, Riley, whew, got a teammate above you.
Yeah, JoJo and Ghost have kind of taken a hold of the lead so far. A lot of racing as we expected. Jackson, Masopes, Brian, Uchia, we'll give him a little love.
This has got to be one of the best racetracks to pick for a championship race. It is so much fun to drive for everybody involved, and a little bit of contact between the 6 and the 10 right there.
And you can see the top group's kind of getting single filed out, you know, and you want to be kind of side by side. You want to clear that up, you know. Riley on board with him now, trying to fight with Shake and Bake. A lot of Hendrick Motorsports cars Shake you're racing around.
Yeah, I'm trying to get behind my teammate here. I'd like to get us lined up so we can push Heredia and get him back up involved in the back here.
Yeah, well.
Kind of tried to pinch Riley right there, but he said no, and that's racing.
Yeah, look, good thing you got clear of the 9, but you guys are, yeah, they're starting to get single filed out. Mason let the 22 go, so Heredia's up there, Jackson, Marner, all winners. So, yeah, I don't know if you want to get behind this group, but you just don't want to make, you know, when the leaders are obviously fighting up front, Shake and Bake loses more spots. If you can slide in right behind, or maybe in front of the 23, that would be better for you, but low drag. Oh, and well, that's not going to happen.
Much room on corner exit right there.
Yeah, so side by side already, Mason and Jackson, 4th or 5th and 6th. They don't want to lose touch though. For all 4 Championship 4 drivers in the top 4.
I think you're seeing as the tire wear is going down fairly quick. A lot of these guys don't want to be as racy because the cars are kind of slipping and sliding a little bit.
Yeah, it seems like on new tires, everyone can kind of like full throttle, be way more aggressive, but once the tires get loose, as expected at a track like Vegas, this is where you see how things go. But Mason kind of leading the second group. That second group can really close up to this first group since they're not all tightly packed. But just looking up a driver spotlight. I was going to give it to the 8, but I might as well give it to the 10. Jackson Altman has kind of joined the scene around the same time as Chibi in season 4 and 5. And obviously our F1 champion for F1 23. And been a staple in HPL in bad ways more than good, but especially if you remember that finish at Talladega, the Xfinity Series, he was in the middle of that. Shake, you caught that race.
Yeah, that was an interesting interesting race. If I'm not mistaken, that is what got Killer into the playoffs. That win right there at Talladega.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it was the first time y'all have ever done it, but y'all had an extra driver in the Xfinity Series playoffs because of that.
Yeah, we've done it before. Season 3, I think the season was, where we had an 11th driver. Because, you know, half the rules that we have now aren't even what we have or had back then. The one driver pitting, I think that was the 99, was that? It was a black car, 10.
No, that was Jackson in the 10. He's going to try and split the stage in half. I don't necessarily think that's going to benefit him. I think a lot of these guys are going to stay out until it runs dry. And he might pick up a little bit of time initially, but once we all pit and get whatever tires we decide to go with, I think he's going to lose track position with that move.
Well, obviously,
45 and the 9 beating and banging.
Well, obviously, this second group might be the cause of the yellow. As the one, yep. And that's kind of how HPL racing is. At the front, it's really clean. Don't got to worry about anything. But when you get to the back, this is how this racing's going to be. Still haven't seen any takers. I'm assuming Jackson split up the stage. If you can give us like a lap count, fuel count for yourself.
As we cross the line here, we have 17 laps to go in stage 1.
Yeah, so they kind of split it up. Still, you could probably go about another 10 laps, 10, 11 laps on fuel. Maybe less than that.
On fuel, I am down to 5 laps here, so.
Got a few people pitting in front. I think the 5, or not the 5, the 2 for sure. Maybe the 5 was late. 2's in, 8's in, 48's in, 48 freaking hit by Freedom! 24. There's a wreck. How many go around?
Teammate on teammate violence right there. It looks like Ghost is signaling that he's coming in. The other two, and Heredia and Chibi, look like they're going to stay out.
Surprised Chibi ran the top there. But Ghost out of fuel, it seemed like. Let's see, on the pit road, pretty clean stop. I don't know what Chibi's doing. Did Chibi lag out?
Now Chibi's still in here for me. He is just running the high side. I don't know if he figured out something we didn't, which he normally seems to do, but...
Jojo coming out of pit lane. Let's see what the top 2 leaders do this time. They're going to stay out again. Riley not happy with this driver.
I can imagine. Riley did signal, so I don't understand or really know what happened there with the 24, but
especially in a situation where that's your teammate, and I'm assuming they're in the same party together, it's definitely frustrating. You tell them that you're pitting, and that still happens. So I think we'll see some pits this time. 5 in, 6 in. Now let's see how these two get on the pit road. Ready, gives them some space. Ooh, Chibi was really aggressive. Heredia was pretty timid. Heredia's known to be a little bit more aggressive on his pit stop, but Chibi was there.
Yeah, I think after watching last night's Xfinity race on the green flag pit stops, I think these guys are going to be a little bit smarter, give each other a little bit more room. Saw how last night that kind of altered the outcome a little bit, and definitely an unfortunate event, but hoping these guys are smarter about it tonight.
Yeah, and that brings up Killer and Eric, unfortunately. And that's really frustrating. Something out of your control, and it gets taken away. Looks like the 10 is the leader. Well, probably once they cross, but oddly enough, the 21 is right in between the 2 or the 5 and the 6. So,
yeah, I would imagine he took 2 tires there.
Well, Heredia and Chibi are going to have work to do. They want to win this stage. I assume the 10's fully the leader now.
Yeah, we are all sorts of spread out now after these green flag stops. It's going to be interesting to see how much of an effect a couple laps fresher tires can be.
You're kind of seeing it up front. JoJo ran down the 10 pretty quickly, and the 5's gotten by the 1, kind of probably about a second and a half back from the 2. So JoJo trying to get the 22 pass. He's going to give him some draft. The 10 not really holding these guys up. But I think the best person in the best situation right now is the 5 with Chibi. Freshest tires. If he can get by these guys before Heredia, it just depends on how quickly Chibi gets by these guys compared to Heredia. Already by 1, already to the inside of 2. Yeah, that's kind of the perfect side draft there, right as you're entering the corner. It's the apron, though. Yeah, Joseph's gonna
definitely think the 21 took 2 tires because he is falling back quickly.
Yeah, and you can just see how aggressive the 5 car's just kind of rolling through this field. Heredia is there though, so if he wants to get by, he needs to get by now. Well, JoJo missed the bottom. JoJo's going to be put 3 wide for the lead. Heredia, does he make it 4? He does not. Chibi might put JoJo in a spot where he has to give up that spot. Chibi all the way around the top. Heredia had to get out of it, though, and I think this is going to help Chibi a big time. We'll try and get on board with Shake in a moment, but yeah, fresher tires will always be king, and I think it's affecting the 2 now. Well, but it's also good to see the 4 drivers that have been here all season long in the championship 4 as well.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of talked about it a little bit on the broadcast last night. It would not shock me to see any of those 4 win. I think if you go by the pure, like the season, I mean, Chibi's probably been the top dog. He's got the most wins, was your regular season champion. But, I mean, Heredia, he turned it on in the playoffs, had a really good showing for himself. I believe he won 2 races. He won Darlington and Watkins Glen, if I'm not mistaken. And then, I mean, JoJo was, I think, overall the best car at New Hampshire, and he got it done. I think Ghost probably had the best car at Watkins Glen, but just was involved in an incident with Chibi and didn't manage to get the win he needed to lock himself in, but was able to point himself in. All 4 are deserving, and definitely any of the 4 that win, it's not going to be a shock to me. Yes, we have 3 laps to go.
Thank you for that. Top 4 kind of breaking away. Firestair's still thereabouts. But all front 4 racing for the win. This is kind of how the situation is going to be in the final run. So everyone's probably got their pit adjustments in. I think we'll see a good test on who's going to be the favorite here for the remaining 2 stages. Yeah, I think you're gonna learn early in this race. Gonna learn early in this race that you might want to be the person last on pit road if you're one of these championship 4. Now to win the stage, Chibi.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, 22 is flipping afterwards.
Yeah, Chibi winning stage 1. I think he was the best car, then the 6, then the 22, and then the 2. It's just my personal opinion.
Interesting to see the 1 up there in the mix as well. I think of a couple of guys that are just a little bit smarter on some of the moves they make at the times they make them. This will be more of a pack race. It's definitely a hard track to pull away at, but some questionable moves really allowed that front pack to get up front. So we'll see. We got another long stage 2 and a really long stage 3. Should be interesting.
Yeah, stage 2 underway. Chibi got stage 1, already a P2. So, see if things will change in the second stage. Jackson Altman. See, and if you're JoJo in that situation, you kind of learn to pop out late. Exiting the corner, you can kind of get out on somebody if you need to. Ghost got stacked up. Looks like Chibi cut his nose off. Here comes the 9 of Gary Heredia in the wall.
That's going to be big as he is just getting swarmed right now.
Own user mistake. 3 wide in front. Marner, dead is in the wall. They might wreck. Here we go. 6 is in at 9. 24, big wreck.
That's got to be a game caution.
That will be a game caution.
No,
I will have to take that over.
I'm assuming that'd be a name.
Yeah, Shake, if you could kind of talk me through this one while I do race control.
Yeah, let me turn up my Discord a little bit. Not quite. All right, yeah. Oh, you're talking through it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know really what happened right there. It looked like, oh, Garrison getting in there hot. Oh, he is not happy with the 17. Yeah, the 17 kind of came up, got into the 9 there, and that sent the 20 into the 23 into the wall rather. And when that happened, 23 bounced off, hit the 9. The 9 came down in the 17. It was kind of just a pinball effect, and big wreck in the back. I think the 6 was involved. It's gonna definitely not help his situation out at all. He was kind of pinched off of corner exit early on in that stage and lost a lot of track position, but hopefully didn't get too much damage there and is able to bounce back fairly quick here in stage 2. Should be interesting. I don't necessarily think. I mean, we're coming out. We got 33 when we come to the line. It'll be 32 laps to go. Don't think it'll be any fuel saving because we weren't able to really make it that far on fuel. If somebody does save fuel, I feel like they will get caught at that point. So, definitely just an interesting sequence of events right there. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know if Dead Dad wrecked or if he's kind of been lagging a little bit on my screen, but it looks like he might have went face first into the wall there.
Yeah, about to get back underway. Solid start throughout the field. Yeah, and Shakes, next time I'll let you guys all come back down pit road if you guys feel like it. I shouldn't have to limit you guys on your strategies. So
Sounds good to me. I don't think anybody would have been able to save it even if they did hit a lap later right there. I mean, you're just burning through fuel here like no other. I mean, we're already down to 28 laps to go of fuel and 30 laps to go on the stage. Oh, the 17 in the wall. It's going to stack some people up.
you know, I'm on board with Mason, but you know, one guy we're gonna have to worry about is the 6 car. 6 cars deep in the field. It's gonna be interesting because that Captain Dead that's 2 laps down and is on 2 lap fresher tires than this entire field. So 3 of the top 4 in the championship, 4 in the top 3. Oh, Jackson hit the apron a little bit. Uchiha's not going to have any of that. Oh, they're wrecking. They're trying.
I don't think the 9 and the 17 are too happy with each other. I mean, I know talking to Marner throughout the season, he's not been happy with the 9. I know a lot of people haven't been happy with the 9, the way he's racing people. And they made contact, and that's what brought that caution out. So I'm not sure. Well, it looks like we got a couple people potentially trying to save fuel. Maybe I don't know what the heck is going on.
One guy put in the wall. They're wrecking 1 around, 2 around, 3 around. That will be a game caution, and that will do it. Yep.
Game caution now.
And we are.
Yeah. That's that caution's big for Captain Dead. That he is a lap down, and that caution will put him back on the lead lap. So everybody, all 17 of us, will be on the lead lap after that. Whatever just happened with the 10 and the 1 and the 22, I'm really not sure what happened. I was able to just shoot the middle, up to P4 somehow, but I'm not going to complain about it.
I think they're mad, but they're also not mad because they don't have to save, so. Lucia up to second, Shake up to fourth. I assume you guys took 2 tires?
I took 4 right there. I think everybody took 4. I mean, we got 24 laps left in this stage. It's a long time to try and hang on with 2. I mean, we only ran a couple laps, but I saw at the end of that first stage, if Lucia had taken 2, how that did not pan out for him. So wanted to go ahead and get 4 freshies on here and just race this one out to the finish.
And I think if you're, I'm assuming the 22's on, or the 21's on too, right? I feel like.
I don't know. I mean, I think he was pretty far up in the pack before that caution too. So I really think everybody took 4.
Yeah, I think if he was on 2, he would definitely be dropping more quicker behind all these guys. So.
Wow, a power move by.
Oh, 21. Yep, there they go.
No.
Well, there they go. 1's around, 2's
goes
around, and the game caution. And I think this caution's actually evades your tires a little bit more, so you'll get to see the mix of everyone pitting and seeing how that strategy went out, and then a kind of short dash to the finish.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Ghost back here in 16th. I'm all the way back here in last and 17th now. Not really sure what happened with the 21 there. Just forgot to straighten the car out on corner exit or something, and he got the outside wall and just collected us both. But definitely not his most talented moment right there. But I mean, I got a pretty talented guy in front of me in 16th. I'm just going to follow him and try and get to the front now.
And we're also joined by Sikkim, Alexander Brown. We are live in the booth. If you want to say anything crazy, then just consider.
Hey guys, Sikkim here. I'm excited for some racing today. I forgot who our champions were last week. You can list them off for me, Joker?
Our championship 4 are the Heredia, Chibi, JoJo, and Ghost, who was involved in that last caution. But it seems like these guys up front are trying to shuffle out Gary and Jackson Allman. So, but yes, Heredia, JoJo, Ghost, and Chibi are our championship 4. Oh, Lucia is
swerving on the front stretch. There we go.
wrecking.
Lucia is involved in another one.
I think that's his 3rd one of today. Is it not?
Yeah, the 21's been in a lot, but we're going to do a manual this time. I'm surprised the game just...
See if we can get a little action shown here, Joker.
Comms are clear. We're going to try and share screen for a second here.
There it is.
There it is, yeah.
We have the visual. Oh boy, not the South Point 400.
Yeah, pit road is open. You can see everyone.
Gotta go in for the tires. This is one of the most tire shredding tracks out there.
I'm really not sure what happened with that caution. Looked like the 21 was involved again. I'm not sure what's going on. he seemed to say that somebody else was involved in starting the incident, but not a good look when you're involved in 3 straight.
There's no way. You know,
Some interesting comms in Discord right now, but
well, that's the usual fight for the champion spot, so I'd assume it'd be pretty nice to hear. You think there are going to be any good strategy calls, Joker, for today?
well, I think it's definitely pushed to the end of the stage. Not really going to be saving any tires, anything like that. We're coming to our choose.
Well, he wants to rock at the top.
Yeah. Pretty clear, pretty.
is that the 9 car up there in 2nd place right now?
Yeah, 3 out of the 4
so.
Hendrick cars are 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Haven't seen a beauty like that since the season 6 truck finale.
It's going to be interesting to see how this restart goes for Gary and Heredia. Seeing if Gary can time this restart a little bit better. He timed it. Yep, that's a good restart. That's what I consider a good jump. Not necessarily just losing forward momentum.
Dropping back, I think he's
Oh, Jackson wasn't clear.
Oh, huge.
That's big.
That's going to hurt the 9 car there, as I think he was the first one involved in that accident.
Yeah, Jackson's, Gary's not going to forget that. Chia in the wall there. You gotta wonder if he messed around and found out. You could just see the 3 different perspectives of the championship 4. Oh, Marner and Fire in the wall.
A little bit of contact between the 48 and the 1. 1 gets in the wall a little bit. And Ghost right behind that, he's able to clear the 1 there.
X has to do something here. The 2 is waiting for the perfect chance. Not just going to sit there idly by and let them win the stage. It's going to be done here.
Yeah, I'll try and get a lap count.
We have 9 laps to go now.
Okay.
I don't know what just happened with the 48, but he just kind of had to back off in the middle of the corner. I was trying to get on his bumper to help get this 22 up there in this fight. That stacked us all up. I don't know if we're going to have enough time to get back to that front group, especially if they stay single file.
Oh, that is hard racing being held in turn 3 there. And the 5 still leads. Lots of swerving going on. Oh, look at the damage of the 24 car there.
Yeah, Shake, I'm not sure why both packs are split up now. If you could let me know.
What'd you say? I'm sorry about that, Joker. Could not hear you.
Said, why are we split up like this? As you're getting sent by the 23, so maybe there's a little.
That's a good indicator on why the field is spread out. You think, you know, a dude that's been in the league for a while and admin himself would be a little bit smarter just to kind of sit in line and try and catch the front group, but I expect nothing less from Dead Dad.
Well,
He sounds just like me.
As he's trying to make a move on the 48 now, because the 10th place is really important tonight in a championship race. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Lucia, he kind of lost touch with the pack, and a bunch of people back here, we kind of did too. Not really sure what happened, what split us up. Definitely think Ghost is fast enough to be up in that front group, but just some questionable decision making got us back here, and an unfortunate accident. But stage 3 will stack us all back up, and I'm here in stage 2.
Yeah, unfortunately, you guys are a few seconds behind, so we'll have to get back up front with the leaders. Even though there's no sound in any of them. There we go.
They're side by side. Here's the 5 and the 2. The 2 is taking the lead away from Larson. They still fight side by side, but I think the 5's just running out of steam as they've got a 3-car train on the inside line. He's going to get shoved a little bit up to the top, but he's still holding steady with that 8 car as long as they got themselves together here. Ooh. Doesn't help that the 6 is getting loose on the inside, but I think they're starting to fight for this lead now. Going to see who takes it. It's a 7-car battle here for the lead. 24 is getting into it, and the 17 is right behind the whole pack, waiting for them all to crash.
Yeah, if we can get a lap count, I think you just passed it.
2 laps to go here in stage 2.
I think that's it for the 5. Yep, it's going to slip right in. There it goes. Ooh.
Everyone tried to get to the bottom there. Looks like the 8 got the worst end of that.
It happens when everyone gets desperate. Someone gets the bad stick of it. Hope he can just put his chin under that and just bring it in for stage 2. Got a lot
Last lap here in stage 2. Gonna be interesting to see what happens up front. Looks like Jimmy's trying to make something happen on the bottom.
As I said before, the 2, the 6, and the 10 all working together.
Already I might fall to 4th here. Maybe even 5th with freedom. Already a 5th place.
Yes, he does.
Ghost was able to get back up to 8th, so I mean, he won't be too far off of the other 3. But definitely going to be interesting to see. We got a long stage 3, 55 laps.
Well,
fuel tank can only support 30.
This is the money stage.
Yeah, after seeing how stage 2 went, I have my have my doubts that this whole stage is going to go green here.
There's gonna be at least one caution of some sort, and with people having to save tire and fuel here in stage 3, there just might be one.
Well, stage 3, money stage. This is where the big bucks are paid. Back underway, JoJo leads.
52 laps in stage 3 for us.
All these guys have had their own kind of villain arc and story on how they got here. Their history in championship 4s. So.
We're going to remember JoJo's history back in the last season when he was fighting for his Xfinity title, and the last season Cup champion, I believe, stole it from him.
Yeah, Heredia.
In season 5, yeah.
Yeah, Heredia took that from him. And then you talk about Chibi's story, kind of was the best driver last year full time, didn't get that championship. Has been overall probably the best car all season long this season. See if he can convert. Then you have Heredia. Everyone remembers season 3 at Vegas at this very racetrack by the person talking. No, and Shake is all but wrecking. There's one around, two around.
Looks like 2.
Not gonna be any yellow. I don't know who that was. Maybe Riley and Dead Dad.
Riley looked like he went around. The soaps got in there a little bit hot, kind of clipped my my right rear, and I got really loose, and I kind of hit the apron a little bit as well, so that didn't help, and almost lost it. Kind of just stacked us up. Unless these guys battle a little bit, that might be all she wrote for me.
Yeah, speaking of all she wrote, the 5 and the 2 starting to get away. Jackson kind of holding up the 6 here. The longer they stay side by side, the bigger this gap these top 2 can form, then they can make it a 2-horse race for the lead. But luckily, Heredia clears. That was a big overtake.
Jackson in the 10 car. What will he pull into this race?
Yeah, I don't know if they were. I don't know if they are in the same party, but it was smart for them to kind of get organized. He didn't really want to waste any time, but fight for the lead.
It's like Fire Slayer's made his way up to 5th place.
Blocking up front. But yeah, you see the gold, the bright yellow 22. He needs these guys to stay side by side like this.
On his way. That's what the 2 is doing. Now he's back in it.
Yeah, starting to get single file out here. Which kind of ruins the result of the 23, the 9, the 8.
Yeah, that's when it might just start pulling off. And you got that single line going, you fall out of it, you're either going to lose position or just lose some tread.
Yeah, this is kind of how low draft racing is. It's fine for the first few laps. But once you see this leaders, 2, 3, 4 leaders get single file, that's kind of how everyone else in the field needs to do. Yeah, you got Chibi. You got the 4 championship 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is kind of what you want.
Texas one battle with this top in the 23 and 8. Here we got him with the 24. Got a little bit of a gap. We haven't lost anything just yet. As you can see right now, there goes Heredia in the 6, trying to fight for this first place in the 3. But Chibi's just going to throw it down on the inside. Nice wheeling going on 5 car. Back in the lead. Looks like the 22 has made his way up to 3rd place.
Yeah, JoJo down to 6. That's kind of worst case scenario. Getting held up.
Not quite sure what the 45 is doing here. Just went full speed down pit road basically, and then exited pit road and sent me up the track. So again, another guy I just expect questionable moves.
Oh, there. He was one of the top prodigies in last season's Truck Series, and I'm not sure what's going on right now, but he's currently fighting for the lead as well before he dropped off.
Yeah, and I was going to say that JoJo, I think, is the fastest guy for this group. If they want to have any chance of winning, if they want to lead him up there.
Is that the 22? Oh, that's the 34. Oh. He is retired from the race. Did hear some notes from our POV driver at the moment saying he was having some issues with him flying out of pit road straight up the track, and that's all she wrote. Uchi as well. Another one.
And you can see that JoJo-led group is kind of, if I can get back on board with them, JoJo's kind of brought these guys back up to this top spot. If we can get a lap count this time by, should be coming up to pit stops pretty soon.
Yeah, we have 39 laps to go. Right now I have 15 laps left of fuel, which I think that is going to dwindle down to about 13 by the time I pit, so.
Yeah, JoJo getting up to... Yeah, JoJo was trying to get by the 10. The 10's kind of holding him up. I don't really understand this if you're the 10. I don't know if he's trying to... I don't think he's trying to do it on purpose, but you see how much ground they lost, and they were only side by side for basically half that corner. Chibi's starting to get away. Ghost is going to make a move. Oh, no. Heredia probably is not happy. This doesn't make sense.
Not smart by the 22. They're going to lose ground against that 5. And you know, when Chibi starts to get away,
Chibi's one of the worst guys you want to leave just out in open space. Marner's going to let his teammate in. But Ghost has got to hook it up. He made that bold move. He knows the championship stakes. And Heredia will not be a happy camper if Chibi gets away because Ghost made that move. Gotta feel for guys like Gary, Moose, Shake, Riley, got involved in some stupid stuff they shouldn't have been involved in. And now without some sort of yellow, they're going to be in the same spot.
Pretty big pack here going on for the final stage here. I think this is about 10 cars.
Yeah, so all these guys are still kind of all in the fight. As long as they don't like start losing touch with this lead group. So Dead Dad, Fire, Masopes, Jackson's still involved in that top group. But that second group, they're gonna have to figure it out.
The 3 wide coming into turn 1.
Yep, and look how much time they lost.
34 to go.
Yep.
Now they've lost the pack. is not good, and they are starting to pull away. Still 3 wide. 23 is all over the track.
Man, that just you saw how quickly 1 lap, how quickly the group has changed. At once it was just a 10-car pack. Now it's a 6-car pack that quickly.
Cars got about 8 laps to go before they go pit. The tank does not hold what it says it does. It burns a lot more than the Gen 6 cars do. So it's going to be nice to see when they're actually going to pit.
Now, you saw in stage 1, Shake, a lot of, like, you want it to be the person on freshest tires, so who kind of bites first, because this is the final stage. So I think if you can work it enough to where you guys are coming onto pit road together, then I think that strategy will win. So I think the best two that can communicate that easily is the 2 and the 22. We know they're in the same party. So if it seems like all 4 of these guys have similar pace to where I think if they kind of want to double up and pit as a pair like it's plate racing, I think they'll be in the best spot.
Yeah, I mean, and especially as long as this run's going to be after green flag pit stop. Stage 1, we only saw about 12 laps, and you can see just in that short amount of time how much 1 lap, 2 lap pressure tires really meant. But we're going to be going about 20, 25 laps most likely on tires. So it's going to be interesting. I think everybody, especially the Championship 4, they're going to push it as far as they can, just to honestly, just to make sure you make it on fuel, because it's going to be close if you try and short pit it in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, and the 17 and the 10 are starting to slowly lose touch with this pack, and right before pit stops, it's going to make you have to pit a lap or 2 sooner than what you kind of expected, staying with that front group. But I think Marner's still good, but Jackson kind of needs some sort of shakeup in the front 4.
He resort to 22 holding strong in the lead before the pits. This is what he wanted to do. He wanted to get in the lead before the pits, but it may hurt him coming out.
5 Ford to 1 Chevy. It's kind of been the tale of the season. Chevy's been by himself the entire season, going up against 3 Ford.
I think not this time, but next time by, you're going to see some people start darting down pit road.
JoJo getting past for second. Heredia and Chevy kind of working together to get by the 2. And I think that's the best case scenario.
Oh,
you want to...
gosh, I'm spinning.
And we
just got Gary.
And, you know, Gary's gotten a few penalties himself. Looks like the 5 of Chibi is pitting the 8 as well. I think this is too early for Chibi. But I think if there's one guy that you're going to be scared of if he does pit, it is the 5. I think he's been the fastest car in clean air. I think it's either him or there's 6. And if you're all these other guys, you don't want to wait too much longer.
Was running up front for the longest, so he may have had to pit a bit earlier due to that fuel just not being there, like the Fire Slayer in the 1.
Oh, they're all pitting, all 5, all 5, all 5, all 5.
There they go.
Everyone got detected. Wow.
Let's see who's gonna have the penalty.
I think all these guys kind of went on together at the same pace. I don't think anyone really sped.
This might actually be perfect for Chibi, because as he's going around, he's got nothing to worry about. He can run his pace, but all 5 of those cars, they're going to be all together, all on that apron trying to get back on that racetrack. It's going to be one tough of a call to who's going to be back in the lead by the time Chibi gets around the racetrack. There he goes. on the Nelly straight. Going into 3 right now. There goes the 10. He's the first
eight
one to
had
get
some
off
sort
his
of issue.
box.
Yeah, 8 has some sort of issue, but we're going to get on board with the 5 now. Let's see if he can get by. I think he'll be the leader, but... Ooh, Ghost is in the worst spot. Ooh. Chibby has to get by.
He's going to get by that too, but what about the 99? Ghost is there. Oh, wait, that's Heredia. There he goes, right on the outside. Chibby's back in the lead.
I don't think that was a good call for Chibby there. Now everyone behind you. Now Ghost is in the worst spot. He's lost the lead touch with the top 3. A guy trying to sweep or win both the series he was in full time. But we're joined by TTV Hail State if he wants to potentially join us, finish with us in this final 25 laps.
Another thing that might shake up that front group, I mean, they lost a car. Looks like Freedom potentially sped entering pit road as he's back here with me. I'm now a lap down after 13 seconds of damage. So it's going to be interesting. I don't really know. Hopefully Ghost can get back in touch with the other 3. Love to see those 4 battle it out for the championship. They all deserve it.
Who is this lead car? Lap car, the 99. Luckily, he's nice enough to go up to the top and get out of the way. I don't know about the 10, though. Just barely avoids him going in the 1. What is he thinking? Looks like it's just going to be a 3-car battle unless there's a caution against the 5, the 6, and I think that's the 2 of JoJo. Will JoJo be able to defeat Heredia and get his revenge?
Yeah, Shake, I will be asking for a lap count this time by, and then once we get kind of down to the lower laps, just a little bit more frequent lap. 5,
Gotcha.
10.
I have 22, so we are at 21. The leaders are on 21 to go.
Man, I feel bad for Ghost there. They all pit together, but eventually just kind of lost touch, and that's how pit road can get you. It cost me a few races. Not being aggressive enough, and then the pit stop itself, and then having to get by the 10 and the 17, so...
That's how it happens. You can't just be too smooth on pit road in situations like these. You're fighting for your championship. You've got to give it everything, even if it means you're going to get a penalty.
Also, it is going to be fairly interesting to see fuel. I am coming to 19, or we are coming to 19 laps to go. I believe I pit on the same lap as, or the same time as the leaders, so they're going to be one lap closer to the good. So with 19 to go, we are down to 23 laps of fuel. Is the fuel here just, you eat through it really, really quick. They should be good, but it's definitely going to be close. The gas light's going to be on at the end.
Oh wait, this is the booth?
Yes, it is.
Oh shoot.
Do you care if I address you by your actual name?
I don't got much to say. Happy February. Tune into the playoffs, watch me beat speed.
That was a guest appearance by yours truly, Hail State.
Looks like Ty Racing going down pit road. Not sure what's going on with him, but
I think he's been having issues all day, just like the 21. Yes, sir. This has turned into just a 3-car battle. 2 Fords versus 1 Chevy. Who's going to take the bait? Who's going to run out of fuel as they come thundering into 3? I think turn 3 and 4 is flat out in these cars, I believe. 6 is at his door going into 1.
As we have 16 laps to go. Season 7 Cup Championship. Not quite sure how the racing is up front, but it's pretty lonely back here. It does look like the field, however, is pretty spread out, and that's going to minimize any opportunity of a caution, which is it's definitely good. I'd love to see this thing in green. I think our Champ 4 would love to see it in green. I think maybe Ghost might be the only one that would love a caution at this point, but
see the 6 is going down. Mason has joined the party. Mason, you did have some issues on and off pit road. Can you describe to us what happened to you as you were making your pit stop?
You don't need to worry about that right now. Focus on the Championship 3. Dinner's ready. I'm joining the party, and we'll get back to you.
Yeah, Shake, if we can get a lap count, make sure all your voices in this party are shared.
Oh, you know what? We have 14 laps to go. The leaders are coming to 13 now.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for that. So we'll kind of, this is kind of the calm before the storm. Mason, Sikkim. I'll start with Mason first. What do you do if you're JoJo? When do you kind of say, okay, when do I go? Because I feel like he's waiting on Heredia, and Chibi's probably waiting on Heredia as well. So if you're JoJo, Mason, what do you think? When does he say, okay, I gotta go make a move? I don't think Mason is here.
Mason said he had to go make dinner.
Hey, yeah. So Sikkim, just talk us through if you're JoJo. When do you say it's the time to go? You're coming to, I believe, 11 laps to go. You have to pass 2. So what do you do?
I have been in this situation before for Homestead. It was between my teammate and I believe Nate. His last season's truck championship. You're hoping that your teammate can get it together, hoping that he can work some magic while you're just following him behind. But in this scenario, you're just hoping that they just start battling each other, and then you'll either be able to get them when they knock each other high, or if they both dive down, just ride the high lane and then just snoop down and take it out of the final corner. It's just a really tough situation to call because you can pass one early, but then they'll pass you back. You can get in front of both of them, but then they'll pass you back. And then if you sit and wait too long, you just won't have a chance anymore. It's, at the end of the day, It's a hard call to make.
Now, Shake, you're Heredia's teammate.
We have 10 laps to go. I mean, it doesn't seem like that long of a time, but you basically have 5 minutes. I mean, each of these laps are about 30 seconds. 10 laps to go. You got 5 minutes to decide what you're going to do. And that's going to determine your season if you're in the top 3 right now. I mean, Chibi looks like he's sitting in a really good spot right now being the leader, but the 2 behind him, they got to make a move at some point. I don't think you want to wait until too late to make your move because, I mean, this is a difficult track to pass at. Sometimes it takes a couple corners to set it up. So I think if I'm them, I start making my move in the next 2-3 laps and try and make something happen. If it doesn't work, you have a couple laps to learn from that and try and make one more move.
Yeah, and I have to agree. I think if you're JoJo, you got to go now. But if you pass Heredia and then lose touch with the 5, then you're kind of like, well, Heredia's like, why did he do that? So. But I think we're starting to block now.
Yeah, you can see the 5 riding that low lane. You can feel his tires starting to go, so he's doing everything in his power to keep that 6 from trying to attempt to move or get the draft at all, which is really hard to do in the low setting because it's only 3 cars that get drafted, so as soon as one of them loses the line, that's just it.
Yeah, and I feel like that kind of was checked. That was kind of the first move. Heredia tried to make a move. Chibi blocked it. Chibi gained a few car lengths. That's just every car length that he was far behind, that gives him extra time. Laps are winding down. I believe we're coming to 7, coming to 6.
We are 7 to go, coming to 6.
Yeah, so now Chibi probably has another lap or 2 before Heredia gets fully back to his bumper, close enough to where he can start making moves.
there. There's a run.
Okay, 6 to go. Remember, no out of bounds. I think, I'm usually the one that abuses that the most, and we're gonna have an opportunity. How low do you go?
It is. They're not playing just yet. Heredia's thinking of itself.
Heredia is willing to punt anybody. You've heard that before. So, I think
interesting. Here we go. 5 laps to go.
5 more. No more manuals. Game.
Defensive line by Chippy once again. Sooner or later, it's going to wear out, and there's going to be that moment, and that moment is where JoJo's going to be able to shine.
Oh, bumper. He missed it. There's the gap. Just like we talked about. Heredia's getting loose. Him and JoJo both hitting the apron.
Not good.
I believe coming to four to go now. And I feel like that saves Chibi for another lap or two. Heredia might be able to fully get there.
Oh, we have a car spinning. It's Moose on the front stretch. Doesn't look like we're going to have a caution. Freedom looks like he was able to avoid him.
He kind of scared me there.
Freedom almost was collected. He might have been involved a little bit because I caught him big time, but no caution. So we are still green.
Yeah, I think if you're JoJo, you want it. I think you wanted that caution. 3 to go. It's the 1v1. It's the showdown we've all kind of hoped for. Oh, Chibi lagged a little bit. I don't know if that was him or Heredia. But JoJo's kind of lost touch, so he's going to need these two to make some sort of mistake and fight each other. Heredia around the outside. Does he try and do the quick drop? Heredia going around the outside. Here comes the 2. 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go.
This is going to get interesting. Chibi's still trying to hang on. He's got 1 lap order tires.
Oh,
stopping him, and
he gets loose.
The wall.
Coming to the white. Is that it? Heredia will not be a 3-time or 4-time NASCAR Cup Series champion. It's either we're going to get a new winner.
What's going to happen between the 2 and the 5? What will JoJo do for this championship here as we go into 1 for the final time?
1 lap of racing to go. Half a lap to go now.
Got a little bit of run. He's too tight. It's a little run. He's a bit closer, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Chibi's got this one in the bag as we come into 3. That's it.
That'll do it. Chibi didn't win in Season 5. Didn't win in Season 6. He's going to win it in Season 7. He comes across the line now.
The 5 is your champion. A
Great
little bit of shoving going on between the 2 and the 5.
Deserving champion.
He's finally done it. If you guys can help invite them to this party.
We can do that. What are their names?
All of them finished in our top 4. Pretty deserving. If you guys can help me get them into the party.
Working on it right now.
The guys are appearing offline, making it a little bit more difficult.
Chibi wins. Marner gets the fastest lap. You know, if there's anyone here, Mason, Shake. We're joined by JoJo, our runner-up. Still waiting on the rest, though.
Here's
joined
Heredia.
by Heredia. So we can hear all of the lights. Yeah, all of the lights. Some lights were too bright. Rhyming accidentally. So we're just waiting on Chibi and the Ghost.
Here's Ghost. Now we're just waiting on Chibi.
Well, we're not going to wait. Ghost, P4, you've been in this Vegas championship scenario. Just the pit stop there at the end was the ender there, huh?
Yeah, it makes no damn sense. Lily was in front of the whole pack pitting and came out at the end. The dumbest thing I've ever seen. Literally. No sense in that.
Yeah, well, on the bright side, you at least went 50% in your Cup Series or your championship week. So, final thoughts, final race for the immediate future. I hope Mason doesn't bring us all here again. What are your final takeaways on HPL through 7 seasons?
HPL's good. Game sucks ass. GG's.
Okay, we'll move on to third place, our Big Bear, our Polar Bear. Heredia, just that mistake there with coming to the white. Did you just get loose? If he is here.
Speaking of Big Bear, Polar Bear, you're a big fat black one, right? Ironic. So here we go. Well, it was just a good race. It was a clean race. I didn't want to be a repeat of just wrecking another driver for a championship, so I wanted to race respectfully and clean. I know I did put Georgia in the wall twice on accident. It just wasn't like intentional. I gave the spot ups, and I think if I passed Chippy, those couple laps I had a huge run out of the 4. I think I was better than him, but I just waited too late, and just if you're in the lead in the second place, it's just a huge difference. As you could block, it's just you can't really make moves. But he deserved the championship. He's been probably the best driver for the last 2 seasons, and he deserved.
Should we just make sure your voice is shared for the stream to hear you, so we can hear clicking from Sickham's wheel.
Not my fault.
Jojo, P2 again. You've been in this situation before. Was there anything you could have done differently in the final few laps?
Yeah, I mean, I made one mistake, and that's when Heredia decided to go for it, and he tapped the wall, and I lost too much time. I think I could have done something if I would have stayed, if I didn't hit the wall or do whatever the fuck I did. Yeah, nothing else I could have done. Good job, Chivy. I'm still better than you at Rocket League, so.
Yeah, okay.
Rocket League after?
Oh yeah. And motherfuckers in this
10,000
league.
hours on the game.
Wow. Okay.
People in this fucking league. If you don't like it, get the fuck out of here. Because
Amen.
this league is ran for 7 seasons. All right. So people in ARC, people in whoever the fuck else league can fuck off. If they don't fucking like it, leave. Jackson, you fucking suck too.
Wow.
What a huge statement.
Well,
Wow. Yeah, just
pretty
a huge
accurate.
Gonna
statement.
take that
Yeah.
shit?
Wonderful
Okay.
statement.
we're gonna move on to the 5 and then get back with all championship 4. Chibi, 24 was your year. 6 wins. Didn't really catch me, obviously, but how does it feel to win in the 5?
The same.
Okay.
Jimmy, what was going through your mind whenever you had to pit a lap earlier and you were thinking, well, if the tires go, then I'd really have nothing else? What kind of guide us through that on their pit stop there?
I knew I was gonna be fine, because in the first stage, Ghost and JoJo pitted before us and ended up like a second out. And the tires evened out, even though they pitted 5 laps earlier, so I knew it was gonna be fine. I just didn't want what happened to Ghost to happen to me. So.
Yeah.
Totally understandable.
Yeah, champion, first time winner, first time champion. Felt like you've had 3 championships now. Just tell us how it feels.
I'm the greatest HPL driver to ever touch the server. No one's better than me. I got 3 wings. I got
Fuck
3
you.
rings,
Yeah.
39 wins.
Gonna have to
more than
unfortunately
Heredia
have
and,
to
Joker.
disagree.
I own you
Very well
both.
said. Very well said.
Good shit on.
Already,
Yeah.
I guess we need your quote then. You know, what's your out of this world quote coming out of this season?
I appreciate everybody in this league for how many ever years that I've been part of, and I made some good people, some good friends here, and I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for making this league happen, even though it's just been falling apart last year or two. So thank you guys for sticking through it.
Very well said. Very well said.
Yeah, we'll move on. Go back to Ghost. Get Sickum, get Shake, get Mason to kind of interview him officially. Whoever wants to take the floor first.
I mean, I don't really have any questions for the Championship 4. I want to congratulate you all on a great season. I want to personally thank Heredia for taking a chance and drafting me. I had a lot of fun in this league. Hoping JoJo's comment didn't have anything to do with me, but I will say I've loved everything, every moment of Hennessy. It's definitely been frustrating at times, not being the best driver in here. But thank you, Joker. Thank you, Masopes. Thank you, Riley. It's been a great league. Definitely looking forward and hoping that when the new NASCAR game comes out, we can get this league back up and rolling. It's been a fun group, and thanks for letting me be a part of it.
It was nothing towards you, by the way. It's towards most of the kids in here that complain about the racing. If this league was that shit, it wouldn't have gone on for 7 seasons. There wouldn't be 17 people racing tonight, 20 people on Tuesday, so they can go fuck off and stick a finger up their fucking ass.
Well,
Will
again,
this video
thank
be
you all very much.
monetized? That
And
should be the title.
congratulations, Chibi.
No.
Find out
say
next
a few
time on
slurs
Dragon
after.
Ball Z.
Hey, Chippy, if he could win 3 championships in a row, he could probably take the GOAT title from me, buddy.
I already did. So,
Yeah, I have just one question here before we sign off, Joker. Just one question for the drivers of the 6, 2, and 22. Chibi, I'm sorry, you joined like a lot later than a few of these guys, but I remember you being here in like season 3 a few races. But to those 3 guys, I just want to say, that's not a question. I just want to say, we've made a lot of memories, and I appreciate all of you guys and everybody else that's been a part of the league ever since I joined. I think Joker can say the same. We've met friends along the way, and you don't expect to get something out of something like this. So, you're good.
Yeah.
I'm hanging myself off a tree later.
Personal statements.
Yeah, if there's anything that people need to say, I think JoJo's been waiting for this moment for 7
6
seasons. So
Are you giving me the pass right now?
he's officially has the floor.
Wait,
I think.
are you
never
saying
mind,
what I
this
think
is
you're
crazy.
saying?
I don't think so, pal.
You're reading it wrong, brother. But you have the floor.
You have to say it. You have
Joker,
to
are
say
you
it.
giving me
Don't listen
this
to her.
one
You have to
time?
say it.
This one time
Not
get out of
become
jail free card.
Kyle Larson of 2021.
I'm asking Joker, no one else. Joker.
Well, I don't think he's utilizing his floor opportunities, so I think we're gonna
You gotta say
move
it.
Not taking
on
the
to
floor.
the
gotta say
next.
Joker is my nigga!
And then,
Gotta get him out
There
of
it
here
is.
now. There's the suspension. There's the ban. And I hope
There's the
everyone has
suspension.
enjoyed.
There's a
season
72-hour
7.
mute.
Nope.
I think we need to cut the stream.
yeah, I think we're gonna.
Stream now.
Yeah, getting that shit. It's over. See you in 2025.
Yeah, well, I
Whoever's
guess
here
if
at
no
least.
one has
Yeah,
anything to
Chippy,
say,
you
we're gonna
may be
wrap
correct.
things up. Mason, I think
See?
you should be our final speaker of the league and just kind of recapping all the seasons into one.
Go ahead, baby.
A lot of the people that I've met, like, it's not even about the racing. Like, and that's what it is for me now. Like, we all know the game has been shit for the last 3 years, and like, we might go back and watch this YouTube video in 5 or 10 years and laugh and say, what the fuck was I doing with those people on that game? Or you might look back and watch these YouTube videos in 5 or 10 years and just think that you had a really good time with some really good people. And I know a lot of people might be leaving the server after this because we're not doing heat anymore and things like that. But there's always going to be a place in a community for the people that we've met over the course of these years to just, relax and do our thing on the video game, because that's what we all did. We all needed to escape from something. That's why people play video games, and we escaped together. And I just want to say that I think that's what everybody should take from this. It shouldn't be the racing. Yeah, the racing's fun. We all love NASCAR, but just remember the people that were there.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all that everyone has to say, and I think we're going to wrap things up. Thank you, everyone, from Season 1 with Skeptic Whitey winning Xfinity, with Mr. Crom winning Trucks, Riley winning. Thank all the champions throughout the league, and
Fire. Oh, my bad. That's not using.
I think it's fitting that the best driver in here says this. Get in there, Lewis. What a drive, mate.
You're not even second.
I've never said that in my life.
I've
I've never said that in my life.
We're gonna cut the stream there. Goodbye, everyone.
I've never said that in my life.
And so long.
Here we go.